Hi, everybody. Every time you want to do something positive, there's always some type of technical difficulties. So I said, you know what? Let me go out and come back in again and try it again. So this time it worked. How's everybody doing today? I hope you had a fantastic day. We all had a wonderful day because we all woke up this morning and we're all still here, which means everything went in our favor. Tonight, I want to talk about the spiritual inheritance. But before we get into that, let's bring in the spirit of the Heavenly Father. We're going to bring joy up in here tonight. We're here to praise you. Praise you. I bring the glory to you. The glory. We are here in the room tonight. Heavenly Father, I thank you for everything I have in me. There is grace in here, grace in here. Heavenly Father, thank you for everything. Heavenly Father, thank you for everything. There is grace up in here, in here. I love you. I love you. Heavenly Father, I am here. I am here. Heavenly Father, I am here. Here. I'm full of your cheer. Oh, Father, thank you. There is grace in this place. Grace in this place. Heavenly Father, I am here. I am here. Heavenly Father, thank you for everything and all things. Made whole in you. Made whole in me. Thank you for everything. You never, ever left me, nor forsake me. You always and forever protected me. I'm so grateful to sit here tonight. Sit here, I'm sane. Sit here, I have no illnesses. Sit here, I have no diseases. Sit here. I'm in optimum health. Sit here. Y'all don't understand what I'm saying here tonight. 58 years. Darkness tried to take me. 58 years. The world tried to chew me up and spit me out. 58 years. Heavenly Father, all because of you. I'm still here. I'm still healthy. I'm still able. Not because of me. Because of the Heavenly Father. I'm so grateful here tonight. I said to my ancestors, whatever we have to do tonight, let's hold back the tears. They're not tears of sadness. They're tears of joy, tears of love, tears of fulfillment, tears of peace. Y'all don't understand what I'm saying here tonight. I had to fight for 26,058 years to get to my peace. A lot of people don't realize how hard it is to get to your peace. You have to be disciplined. You have to cut a lot of things out of your life. You have to keep your energy cleansed, right? So that you're able to have that tight connection with the Heavenly Father. You can't hear Him with murky energy. You can't hear Him with negative energy. Confirmation. Heavenly Father, I am here. When you come into the presence of the Heavenly Father, so many people ask me, don't you get lonely? Don't you feel awkward that nobody's in your life? No. When I'm living in the fulfillment when I'm living in the fulfillment of the Heavenly Father, He makes you go through one thing in life, and that is to love yourself first. See, you can't love the Heavenly Father, right, until you love yourself first. You can't expect respect from the Heavenly Father unless you respect yourself first. Confirmation. You see, when you master loving yourself first, confirmation. There is no limitations, there is no restrictions on how far, how much the Heavenly Father's going to love you. Now, in the fulfillment of His love, right? In the fulfillment of His light, in the fulfillment of His life, where did you hear the words lonely, abandoned? Where? You see, I started this spiritual journey 14 years ago. Over 14 years. It's probably almost about 15 to 16 years ago. I had a talk with myself. I became a nurse. I learned all about the human body. I was in my career, but I was missing something. Even though I'm a nurse making great money, didn't matter. It didn't fulfill my spirit. You see, when we come on this planet, they pre plan your life. So, in the pre planning that they had for me, I love my patients, love the health field, learned a lot about the human body and beyond the human body, but something was missing. I didn't have peace. I didn't have fulfillment. I wasn't content in my life. And when I went to the health field, I seen what happens. We work, we retire, we get taken care of, and then we leave. I'm not accepting that. I know the Heavenly Father did not bring me on this planet just to labor, just to get tired, just to retire, just to be taken care of, and just to die. I'm not accepting that. There has to be more in life. And to be honest with you, nobody's supposed to be working. Confirmation. It was man that brought in the labor to make money. So I said to Heavenly Father, I don't accept this life. Confirmation. I don't accept where I'm at. It's not about the money. It's not about what I can buy. I don't care about materialistic things. None of that can fulfill my spirit. Confirmation. I want to explore. I want to feel. I want to achieve your love, Heavenly Father. And whatever I need to do to get there, whatever I need to feel in your image inside of me, in the spirit, I want to go there. I outgrew the world, did everything, had relationships, friendships, marriage, children, work, career, money, good money, bought a lot of things. I wasn't fulfilled. I wasn't content. I outgrew the world. I outgrew the materialistic things. You know, I went out into my sheds and I looked at everything I had in my sheds from the time my children came into the world. They had all kinds of things: snow cone machines, waffle machines, pancake machines, all kinds of little things, trinkets, whatever they needed, whatever came out on the market, they got it. So I went in my shed and I'm looking at the amount of totes full of things. And when I looked at it, I thought to myself, they only gave me and my children gratitude maybe 5 times. And then it went into the tote. And then I brought them the next thing that came on TV, and the next thing that came on TV, and the next thing that came on TV. And I'm looking at it, and I said, no fulfillment. Confirmation. It only lasts a few days. I don't want my life to be like that, Heavenly Father. I don't want the excitement. I don't want the joy. I don't want the love to last for only a few days. I went outside looking for validation. And didn't get it without giving something in return. I said, well, I can't get the fulfillment that way. I can't get the contentment that way. So the only way for me to go is inside. Because I'm not learning nothing on the outside of me. There's limitations and restrictions. There's gatekeepers. So I'm going to go on the inside. You see, brothers and sisters, when we do things on the outside, and people, they want to steal it from you, they want to scam you, they want to defame your character. I want you to get this here tonight. Listen to me. As long as you are obedient in the eyes of the Heavenly Father, no one can do anything to you. Let me say that again. If they want to steal from you, you're going to get it back tenfold. Confirmation. If they want to defame your character, who you trying to please? Man or the Heavenly Father? Confirmation. Whatever they want to do to you on the outside, let them. Now, there's nothing wrong with speaking your piece when you're disrespected. Confirmation. You see, brothers and sisters, when we came into this world, there's a specific part of the brain that they purposely made dormant. We know when you don't keep using the muscles, right? They weaken, they shut down, they don't work any longer. When you came into this world, there was already a program for you, for me, for everybody. And the program that was put in place, the brainwashing that was put in place, the reinforcements, the conditioning that was put in place was to shut down that dormant part of your brain. It was in the structured teachings. It was in the limitations and the restrictions positioned in your life. It doesn't matter where you went, what school you went to, what university you graduated from. It was limited. It was restricted. It had gatekeepers that you couldn't see. When they shut down that part of your brain, that dormant part, that was the part of your brain that was your higher self. Follow me, we going somewhere. Follow me. We gonna go somewhere. That dormant part of your brain was your higher self. Now listen to me. I have a question for you here tonight. Communicate with the Heavenly Father, the Creator. No, you cannot. In order to communicate with Him, be in your higher self. They knew that. They structured everything around it. The drugs and alcohol in this world is structured around keeping that dormant part of your brain shut down. Confirmation. Toxicity is structured to keep the dormant part of yourself shut down so you cannot hear your Heavenly Father directly. Did you hear a sermon about that in any church or any school? No, right? You wasn't supposed to. That part of your brain was supposed to be shut down. That part of your brain is your spiritual awakening. That part of your brain is the connection point to your spiritual being inside of you. Your spiritual being inside of you is the connection point to your Heavenly Father. But you had gatekeepers who placed restrictions and limitations on you. See, over 15, 16 years ago, I couldn't put the pieces together. I didn't know why I was not happy, why I wasn't fulfilled. But I knew something in my life was missing. I wasn't content. I wasn't fulfilled. and I couldn't find the answers in the world. Everybody had something else to say. Nobody understood the questions I was asking. They probably thought I was crazy. What does she mean she don't feel fulfilled in life? What does she mean she don't feel content in life? What is she talking about? But I didn't. So I left the world. Confirmation. I left the world and I decided to live in my Heavenly Father. So when we had all those things pop up on our devices, I ain't watch it. When you had all this stuff going on in the world, I didn't watch it. When people gossip, I walked away. It's outside. I don't want it. I don't want to participate in it. I don't want to hear it. I don't want anything that's going to murk up my energy, deplete my power, remove me from my highest self. I didn't allow anything, anybody, or any place to come in between me and my Heavenly Father. If it was a little bit of a threat, I detached from you. Because inside with Him, He was teaching me a brand new life. And when He landed me in peace, I said, this is what I have been missing my whole entire life. Now, don't get me wrong. This is not an easy transition to make in your life. As soon as you try to detach from the world, they are coming for you. Everybody. You see, the enemy has more control over you when you're in the world. Why? You can't see the frequencies. You can't see the toxicities. You can't see anything. Why? Because you're in the dark. You see, when I left the world and went inside, right? In His light, I seen everything. Everything. Awake and sleep. I seen everything. The more I came into spirituality, the more things started happening in my life. So I knew at this time the world was trying very hard to hold on to me. They like, no, don't let her go. We need her toxic. But the Heavenly Father said, you will let her go. The Heavenly Father said they're going to shoot arrows to you every type of way. The spiritual warfare is going to go up and up and up and up and up and up and up. They're going to hit you from every angle. Non-stop, 24 hours, 7 days a week, even when you sleep. They're going to hit you But I will never leave you nor forsake you. And when I started this spiritual journey, I didn't know anything about gifts. But all of a sudden, one day, I recognized, wait a minute, hold on. I can hear that person's thoughts. Wait a minute. I can see the cancer in that person's body. Wait a minute. I can heal that cancer in that person's body. I said, Heavenly Father, what is going on? And he said, due to your obedience, I unlocked a gift. Now, when he unlocked the first gift, I had no idea there was many more. Now, when we talk about unlocking your gifts and your DNA, that is your ancestors. You see, the reason why they don't get unlocked is because people live in the world. Are you listening to me? You're in the world, but you're not of it. Listen to me. The Heavenly Father is outside the world. Where did you come from? You came from outside the world. You came here to visit. You came here to learn. You came here to go through tests in his life. I want you to think about something. Look how far they moved you away from it. Think about your life and everything that's in it. And look at how far they moved you away from the Heavenly Father. Now, they was able to. Because the dormant part of your brain, your higher self, was shut down through the reinforcements, the conditioning, the brainwashing, and the programming. Your school structure was programming. Your job structure was programming. You being raised by your parents was conditioning. Your yes and your no's was reinforcements put in place already before you came on this planet. They all worked with each other to keep the dormant part of your brain shut down. You see, when you tap into your higher self, that is your spiritual awakening. That is your realignment back to the spiritual being inside of you. When you spiritually awaken the dormant part of your brain, when you reach your higher self, listen to me, you're in universal alignment. I preached about this 10 years ago, 12 years ago. In order to achieve the blessings of the Heavenly Father, which is stored up in the kingdom for you, you must be in universal alignment. If you're in the world, it's not happening. You see, I never knew when I took this leap in faith that the Heavenly Father was bringing me into his new kingdom world. Y'all not listening to what I'm saying here tonight. I had no idea. By taking a stand in my life and stating to the Heavenly Father, I know you have more. I know this world is not it. I didn't come here to work. I didn't come here to retire. I didn't come here to be in a nursing home and die. Confirmation. No. I came in this world in your life. I know there's more in your life. Please show me. And as soon as he said to me, are you sure? I should have known something was happening when he kept saying, are you sure you want to do that? Are you sure you want to make that decision? Because, see, what people don't understand is when you make that type of decision in your life, you're not only getting tested from the world, brothers and sisters. Let me put this out here. You're going to get tested from the Heavenly Father himself. You see, when I said to the Heavenly Father, I want to take the stand in my life for the change to be within you, I had no idea that he had to strip me down of every single thing first. That was the biggest test of my life. When I first took this spiritual journey and something happened, I was crying in a corner somewhere. And then something else happened, and then something else happened, and then something else happened. I'm crying in the corner. What is going on? He said, I will never leave you nor forsake you. 2 cars was repossessed. 2. I'll never forget when I called the bank for both of them, right? One they picked up when I wasn't even home. I just left the keys. The second one they picked up, I was home. And when I gave them the keys, I came into the house, right? I fell onto the couch and I cried and screamed like a baby. Because I'm like, this is the second car I have to give back to the bank. And the tow truck driver heard me outside. And he came and knocked on the door. And I'm going to the door. My snot's running all out my nose. And the tears is running all down my face. And I'm wiping my face trying to talk to him. And he said, listen to me. You don't need to hold on to anything that is going to stress you out that bad. Let it go. You will get another car. And he was right. I remember when I was on disability, not working, I broke my ankle, and my roof started leaking. I'm saying to myself, oh my goodness, the spiritual journey is bringing some things up in here, I would hear the Heavenly Father, I will never leave you nor forsake you. He said, I understand you're on crutches, but take the crutches and go head over to the table, right? And look up on the internet places that will help you with your roof. See, y'all not listening to what I'm saying. I was a nurse at the time. See, if I was still in nursing, if I was still working, the program that I applied for, I would have been overqualified for it. Y'all ain't listening to what I'm saying here tonight. I would have been overqualified. They wouldn't have given it to me. But the Heavenly Father knew. The Heavenly Father knew the roof was going to leak before I broke my ankle. Y'all not listening to me here tonight. See, we're already in the spiritual inheritance. You're not paying no attention to me here tonight. People trying to steal the spiritual inheritance, but the spiritual inheritance was already put in place. It was put in place when I took the stand in my life 15, 16 years ago. So the Heavenly Father said, get your crutches, go head over to your table, pull up the computer, and look up some programs for your roof. I signed up for the program on disability. And they gave me the choice. Y'all ain't listening to me here tonight. We're talking about the spiritual inheritance. They gave me the choice, right, to pick out the contractor that I wanted to do the roof. Confirmation. They said, you get to choose which contractor you want to do the roof. We made appointments for all of them. They'll be coming to your house. They're going to bring the shingles. They're going to bring the colors. You just tell them what you want. You just tell us what contractor you want. And it's done. The Heavenly Father said, I will never leave you nor forsake you. The spiritual inheritance was already in place. I picked the contractor. The contractor came and did the roof. Over $10,000 that I didn't have to pay a penny for. Nothing. The only thing you had to do was not move out of your home for 2 years. Where was I going? And it was done. Just like that. I received it because of my obedience. It doesn't matter what I went through. There was a time in my life when I decided, you know what? COVID, my spirit don't feel right. I can't continue working here from the things that I've seen. My spirit won't let me stay here and continue working in this building. I quit. I quit on vacation. I didn't have a job lined up. But you know what? When I made the decision, I did not hear the Heavenly Father say, no, stay. Confirmation. What I heard was, I will never leave you nor forsake you. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. The bills piled up. On the dress, I watched them stack up. Boop, 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 boop. I received one check from the unemployment, and then the job fought me on that. So unemployment says, send us back the $1,400. I don't know why I didn't panic, y'all. But I went to the bank. I had them put it in a cashier's check. I overnight mailed it back to unemployment. I stayed out of work for 1 year. 1 whole year. Every morning, I would go down to the lake at 5 o'clock in the morning just to spend time with the Heavenly Father for 1 whole hour. Every single day that I did not work, I disciplined myself to go down to the lake and hang out, spend time with, worship, praise, pray, meditate with the Heavenly Father. Confirmation. That was the best experience of my life. Every time I left the lake, I left with His wisdom. Every day. For 365 days, He was teaching me a lot of things. When His wisdom started aligning up with my gifts, y'all ain't listening to me. Y'all not listening to me here tonight. It was at this point in my life where I realized I'm no longer living on the earth. Confirmation. Yes, you see me. Yes, you see this body. Yes, you see my smile. But spiritually, I no longer exist on this planet. I am in this body because this is what is needed to survive on this planet. Y'all ain't listening to me here tonight. The Heavenly Father took His wisdom. The Heavenly Father took His gifts. Listen, they're not my gifts. They're not the ancestors' gifts. They are the gifts of the Heavenly Father. He positioned the gifts in the ancestors, and the ancestors passed them down to me. Why? Because I took a stand in my life. I wanted to change in my life. I wanted to feel the Heavenly Father in my life. I wanted to know what the Creator, who created all of this, feels like inside of me. That's what I wanted. That's what He gave me. And when I separated myself from the outside, which is dark, it's dark. The light, the spiritual being, the alignment, right? The higher self, the spiritual awakening is in here. It's in here. Now, when you in universal alignment and the Heavenly Father's giving you His wisdom and He's lining up with your gifts, right? That's a whole new spiritual language. He took me in as a student and said, let me teach you a spiritual language. And when He did that, I completely detached from the world. How do I maintain my peace? By not going back into the world. How do I stay in alignment? I only visit, spend time with the things of my alignment. What is it? Everything the Heavenly Father created on this earth naturally. The sun, the trees, the rain, the moon. That's the alignment. Earth, air, fire, water. People say to me a lot, there's no way you're 58 years old. Technically, I'm 56 years old, but we won't get into that tonight. But people say to me, there's no way you're 58 years old. According to man, I am. Why do I age backwards? I'm not living in the world. I don't mess with things in the world because the things in the world is not of me. The things in the world is not of you. When you participate in the things in the world, you age. Think about it. You can't stress unless something in the world makes you stress, right? Is stress of the Heavenly Father. I will wait, brothers and sisters worldwide here tonight. No, it's not. Is anxiety of the Heavenly Father? No, it's not. Is toxicity of the Heavenly Father? No, it's not. But I can assure you, stress, anxiety, despair, depressions, troubles, challenges, tribulations, obstacles, negativity, and darkness is all a part of your dormant mind that disconnected you from your higher self, which disconnected you from the Heavenly Father's language. And when you're disconnected from the Heavenly Father's spiritual language, how can you achieve your spiritual inheritance? You can't. You see, brothers and sisters, they never explain to us the importance of our energy. Your energy is power. The light behind me, right? The light behind me right now is in universal alignment. The light behind me with my higher self, with my spiritual being, with my spiritual inheritance. How I am reflecting here tonight, look, is reflecting my power in that light behind me. Did you just see that? Did you just see that, brothers and sisters? This is who you are. This they don't want you to know. They don't have power. They don't want you to know you have gifts and talents in your DNA. Listen to me, brothers and sisters. You're people on this planet, right? Who is gifted, but they decided to use their gifts for darkness, right? Now, when they use their gifts for darkness, blessings are automatically blocked because they're idolizing themselves over the Heavenly Father. And they know that their blessings are blocked. So what do? They go after the people who is of light to steal from them. Now, the reason why I said let them is because if you're obedient in the Heavenly Father, there's no amount of darkness on this planet that can cover his eyes from the righteousness of you. Are you listening to me? Confirmation. They can throw darts at you. They can do whatever they need to do on the outside of you. Your Heavenly Father's not listening to what's going on the outside of you. Your Heavenly Father is looking at your heart, looking at your spirit, looking at your higher self. And when you go into universal alignment, that means you're in full alignment with the Heavenly Father. When you're in full alignment with the Heavenly Father, you have access to your spiritual inheritance. Now, listen to me. When you have access to your spiritual inheritance, you will not receive it when you want it. Your spiritual inheritance is under the authorization of the Heavenly Father. He moves in divine timing, not the worldly clock. There is no one on the outside of you that can steal your spiritual inheritance. There is no one on the outside of you that could destiny swap your purpose on this planet. Your spiritual inheritance and your destiny and your purpose is on the inside of your spiritual being, aligned with your higher self in the Heavenly Father. They can do everything they want in the darkness. for however many years in the darkness, it will never ever penetrate light. When you're in universal alignment with the Heavenly Father, you have protection around you that no one can penetrate. Confirmation. Did you see my power just highlight that light? The first time I recognized my power, we went to the spa. And on this particular day, it started getting dark. So they pulled everybody in from the pools. I became very, very disappointed. Very disappointed. Because the majority of the spa was the pools on the outside, was the pools on the roof, was all kinds of pools. Salt pools, pineapple pools, mango pools, whatever kind of pool you wanted, they had it. So when they told everybody to come on inside, it started getting dark. I became so disappointed. They had a coconut pool. I went inside and I sat in the meditation area, and I was so upset about it, so sad. And my power pulled in, and I have the picture. My power pulled in this cloud, this dark cloud. It positioned itself right over top of the spa. Did you see the highlight? And when I seen it develop, I said, wow, let me change my mood. Let me get rid of this upsetness because it's okay. I had my son go outside. I said, I have to take a picture of this. That's the first time I actually see my power take place. Then I started noticing my power through the lights. And this is why I'm telling you this here tonight. You have no idea just how powerful you are. You see, everybody that was born from the Heavenly Father, right, is an earth angel. Confirmation. The chosen ones is the ones that locked into their destiny, locked into their purpose. No matter what comes against them, they will never ever stay down. Now, all of you are earth angels, but they disconnected you from your higher self. They disconnected you from the universal alignment with your Heavenly Father. Everything else you have inside of you, your spiritual being, your DNA from your ancestors, and the Heavenly Father holds the keys. Now, when you think about how they shut you down so you can't access your power, think about everything they created outside of you in the dark that only only, let me say that again, only depletes you. What does drugs do? Deplete you. What does alcohol do? Deplete you. What does toxicity do? Deplete you. What does darkness do? Deplete you. What does negativity do? Deplete you. Are you living in your higher self? No. All those things are coming in. Drugs coming in. Listen, I am not perfect. Let me just put that out here. I am not perfect. Yes, I did the Mary. I sure did. The Mariana. Yes, I did. Yes, I did drink alcohol. Yes, one day I went on break with a friend and smoked a Mariana, and she laced it. Yes, I went out drinking with my managers. They took me to a lounge. We had comps. We never paid for nothing in the restaurant that we wanted to eat or drink. And I went out with them. And I drank to the point where my head went down on the bar. And they walked me to my car, gave me the keys, and put me in it. I'm not perfect. I was into the toxicity. What should have took me 30 minutes to get home, it took me 2 hours. I crawled out the car, down the driveway, around the fence, up my walkway to get in the house. And that took me over 30 minutes just to get the keys and the lock to turn it so I can get in. And then I came into the house on my knees, crawled into the bathroom. Everything came up and I woke up on the floor. So I'm not perfect. Never said I was perfect. But I can tell you, I've been there, done that. And that is not the way to go. That is what is known as a spiritual vocabulary word, distraction, an alignment. You see, the more you put toxicity inside of you, the more your dormant brain stays in lower self. You drink, do drugs, participate in toxicity, participate in witchcraft, participate in rape, participate in molestation. All because you're living in your lower self. You're living in your blindness. You're living where you can't see anything. You're living where they trap you. I'm going to get you to do the drugs first. Try one drug. All right, that feels good. I'm going to upgrade now. I'll try another drug. All right, I can handle the two. And that does feel good. Okay, let me try a third drug. All right, that feels good. Let me try another one. Okay, now I tried 3 drugs. Let me put it with the alcohol. Oh, I can handle that too. Okay, let me do it with 2 alcohols and 3 drugs. Are you following me? When you're in the darkness, it increases, not decrease, increase. Detachment, distraction, an alignment. When I took this spiritual journey, my ancestors said to me, we saw that you tried to go into business with quite a few people. Some took advantage of you. Others tried to take control of it. Others, you signed contracts and then you lost money with it. Others, you shared your ideas and they ran off with them. Others took credit for your work. Yes, I've seen every last one of you that took credit for my work. No hard feelings at all. Forgiveness is put in place. You see, when you're in the universal alignment with the Heavenly Father, blessings flow continuously in your life. And the Heavenly Father, when He positions you to keep getting His blessings, when it comes, that blessing is going to be better than the one you received before that. And then the next blessing is going to be better than the one you received before that and that. Because there is no gatekeepers. There is no restrictions. There is no limitations. There is no obstacles. Man can throw obstacles at you. But you're not here for man. He cannot touch the Heavenly Father. When the Heavenly Father know you're righteous, you're obedient, you're doing what you're supposed to be doing for your Heavenly Father. He is not looking at the obstacle, brothers and sisters. He is not looking at the gatekeepers. He's looking at, are you obedient? Are you doing what I said to do? He's not looking at what they stole. He's not looking at the scams, the plots and the plans. He's not looking at the hitmen that they hired to take you out. He's not looking at the sacrifices that they said they wanted in your life. All of it is on the outside of you. Are you living on the outside of you? Are you serving man? Or are you living on the inside of you? And are you serving your Heavenly Father? Now, when we talk about the inside of you, the spiritual being is not in this world. Are you following me? So, if the spiritual being is of the Heavenly Father, and the Heavenly Father is not in this world, He is outside of this world. If they can't touch Him, y'all ain't listening to me. You're not listening to me here tonight. If they can't touch Him, brothers and sisters, if they can't idolize over Him, then brothers and sisters, how they gonna idolize over you when He's inside of you, when you're in alignment, when you're standing in your power, when you're living in your destiny, when you're doing your purpose? How can they touch you? How can they steal your spiritual inheritance when the only person that's in charge of that bank is your Heavenly Father? 10,000 came from the spiritual inheritance bank for my roof. 10,000 came from the spiritual inheritance bank for my car's engine. You know what I learned about the Heavenly Father? Don't complain. Don't complain about nothing. Because when you start complaining, distraction, detachment, when you start complaining about things in your life on the outside of you in the world, blessing blocker, you won't hear your Heavenly Father. When we learn to live within Him, not you, Him, not you, Him, not you. This is not your life. You see, that's the biggest lesson that they did not teach you in church or school. This is not your life. How is He going to gift you your spiritual inheritance? Listen, brothers and sisters, it's making sense. The puzzle pieces is coming together. How is He going to give you your spiritual inheritance when you living in the flesh? How is He going to give you your spiritual inheritance when anything on the outside can come here? Frequency, toxicity, drugs, alcohol, negativity. How He going to give it to you when you live here? Right here. He can't. He cannot give you your spiritual inheritance when your energy is murky, distracted, broken in pieces, unhealed childhood wounds. That's the biggest blessing blocker in your life. The Heavenly Father is not going to give you a spiritual inheritance when you're broken, when you did not heal from your childhood wounds. You are broken in the spirit. You have taken that pain, buried it deep, deep down inside of your spirit. I'm a witness. When I took this stand to go on this spiritual journey, now y'all heard me say, I spent many lifetimes in hell, right? You heard me say that. And I did. Now, the Heavenly Father did not tell me this. And I'm pretty sure He did not tell me this part because He knew I would have probably second think about going on this journey. But He did not tell me that when I went on this journey, right, that I would have to break every karmic generational curse in my bloodline. Not just my bloodline, but every last one of my ancestors' bloodlines. because my ancestors was in bondage. My ancestors was binded into the darkness. They lived their life on the outside in the darkness. They died living their life in the darkness. So everything that they picked up through the bloodlines and they transferred it down to me 100, 200, 300, 400, 500 years ago, they transferred it. Boop, 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 doop, 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 doop. See, now I can laugh about it. When they transferred all that karmic debt, y'all ain't listening to me. Out of 1,000% of karmic debt that was owed to this world, right? 1% was mine. 1% of the mistakes I made. 1% of the times I was disobedient to the Heavenly Father. 1%. 999% that was owed to the world of karmic debt. Disobedience, toxicity, drugs, alcohol, negativity. Listen, some of my ancestors even went to witchcraft. Voodoo, hoodoo, doo-doo, new you, Santeria, necromancy. They messed around with the voodoo dolls and they did all kinds of crazy stuff. Conjured up demons, you name it, they did it. And guess what? Guess who it fell on? Guess who had to go get them out of bondage? Guess who had to go get them out of being binded to darkness? 999% was their karmic debt. When I tell you, hell, when I tell you hell came after me, I can laugh about it now, but it was not funny when I went through it. When I tell you, they came after me in every which way possible. Friendships, jobs, finances, relationships. They took everything away from me. Everything. They worked through so many people, I started seeing the demons on them. They said, you will not free your bloodline. You will not free your ancestors. You will not get them out of bondage. You will not unbind them from us. So when I tell you they threw everything at me, everything. I lost a lot of people out of my life. They said the first thing we're going to remove out of your life every time you go for it is love. We taking love away because we know how you are. That's going to break you. The Heavenly Father said, I will never leave you nor forsake you. Let them go. I know you're going to cry, but let him go. You can't control anything on the outside of you, brothers and sisters worldwide, but you can take control of yourself. So when hell came and attacked everything, the vehicles is getting repossessed, the house they was trying to take, the bills was piling up, the finances was tight, and when things like this start happening, what does everybody do? Disappear. Now, I helped everybody. There's not one person on this planet that can say I never helped them to the best of my ability and beyond the best of my ability. Not one person can say that. I gave my last penny, my last shirt, my last food, whatever it is, I gave it. And Hell said, this is the opportunity. She always helped all these people, make sure that they turn their back on her when she has all these issues, because no matter what, we cannot let her break these karmic generational curses off her bloodline. They went into overdrive. Hit the home, hit the water, hit the septic, hit the car, hit the bills, hit the house, hit the job, hit the finances, stop the promotions, block her, block her, block her, abandon her, abandon her, abandon her, abandon her. Because we cannot let her break these karmic generational curses. We cannot let her get them out of hell. We cannot let her release them from purgatory. We cannot let her get them out of our imprisonment of the matrix system. Everybody, throw darts now. Take her down now. I will never leave you nor forsake you, states the Heavenly Father. Let it go. Okay. And I did. He brought the car back. $10,000 for a transmission. He brought the checks in when I didn't have finances. Spiritual inheritance. I did not file for I forgot what it's called when you get your taxes for your house. I didn't file for 3 years. And somebody said, there's an office over there, not too far from where you live. You can go over there and see if you can reclaim it. So I went over there and I submitted all 3 of them. And the person said to me, now, I don't know if you'll get, all 3. You might get the latest one, but I don't think they're going to give you the other 2. I said, okay, no problem. I'm grateful for what I get. They sent me back 2, the rebates. That's what it's called. They sent me back 2 of the homestead rebates. They were sitting in my drawers because I just don't follow them. But the Heavenly Father, right, said, wait a minute, we have the spiritual inheritance going on. We might as well bring her in this money. So he had the person in his divine time, and y'all ain't listening to me. He had the person, right, coming to his divine timing to let me know. You do know they have an office over there, not too far from where you live, where you can take those letters to see if they'll give you all three of them. I'm like, okay, well, let me just go over. I mean, two of them's like a couple of years old, so we'll just see what happens. When they sent it out to me, two of them out of the three stored up money, spiritual inheritance. The Heavenly Father came through. When I was having really, really bad financial problems, they put my name on the food list. I think it was for Thanksgiving. And once your name goes on the food list, they put you on everybody's list. So when Christmas came around, people was delivering dinners to me. I had 10 turkeys in this house for Christmas. I had to take the turkeys and go give them out because I didn't have nowhere to put them. Spiritual inheritance. I didn't put no money out for none of it. The Heavenly Father poured it out of his bank account. He poured it back into his life. He poured it back into his life. Are you listening to me? He poured it back into his life. He poured it back into his light. He poured it back into his power. He poured it back into his love within me. He had the person who knew my financial situation put my name on the one food list, and the one food list went around to 9 other ones and said, make sure you take care of her for Christmas. 10 turkey dinners. 10. I made one and took it over to the mission because I'm a pourer. The Heavenly Father pours in me, I pour into other people. Because there's no limitations, no restrictions, no gatekeepers. Nobody controls it. It's in the hands of the Heavenly Father who lives outside of this world. It's in the hands of the Heavenly Father, me, his life. We live outside the world. So, brothers and sisters, you can have that spiritual inheritance if you want it. The only one stopping you, blocking you, is you. The Heavenly Father just said something to me. He will not deliver the spiritual inheritance in your life when you have deceivers around you, opportunists around you, toxicity around you, and blessing blockers around you and disobedience around you, he will not deliver you your spiritual inheritance. That is how you can you can maintain, it can be poured into your life over and over and over again when you go into universal alignment with the Heavenly Father in His life inside of you. You cannot access it living in the flesh. I want to talk about another part of my spiritual inheritance. It's not just about the milk and honey. That's a part of it. It's not just about the abundance. The milk and honey is life. The abundance is the light that reflects off of you when you're in universal alignment. The power is love. A part of your spiritual inheritance is the unconditional agape love of the Heavenly Father. Confirmation. You cannot have someone gift you the unconditional agape love of the Heavenly Father until you accomplish it inside of you within His life. He pours it into you, and you pour it into others. Now, I need to talk to Mr. Emperor. I know you're here. I can feel you in me. When I was on a spiritual journey, there came a point in my life where my defense walls came down. And when they came down, some of the spiritual attacks came in. And when they came in, they took me down. And the Heavenly Father sent Mr. Emperor. Confirmation. He sent Mr. Emperor to pull me out of the hole. And Mr. Emperor pulled me out of the hole. And during this period, when he pulled me out, I felt the unconditional agape love of him within me. That confirmed to me that the Heavenly Father poured His unconditional agape love within him, within his life. Confirmation. It was at this point that the Heavenly Father put both of us in universal alignment with him. This is why, Mr. Emperor, we could communicate with each other through the Spirit. This is how, Mr. Emperor, I knew you was my divine kingdom spouse. This is how, Mr. Emperor, the Heavenly Father took me back and showed me the many lifetimes that I spent with you. This is how, Mr. Emperor, I have been chasing you for centuries. I want to ease your mind because I can feel you in the spirit. Stop living in the flesh. When you live in the flesh, you allow projections of darkness that somebody else is throwing at you to enter into your mind and cause confusion. When you allow this, Mr. Emperor, you have distractions of that dormant mind that woke up. You have detachment, disconnections where you cannot hear the Heavenly Father clearly. I need you to leave the flesh. I need you to come back inside to the spirit. Because if you was living in the spirit, Mr. Emperor, you would know there's no other man on this planet that would be in my life but you. You are worried. Why? You felt you lost me. How? You were getting angry. Why? That was not you. That is projections. That is illusions. I said to you, I love you unconditionally. I am an earth angel, chosen one, ascending master, a kingdom judge that sits on the council, Mr. Emperor. If I speak those words to you, I mean it. If I said to you, Mr. Emperor, I am here for us always, I mean it. I only speak truth and clarity now. I'm going to be honest with you. Sometimes I get upset with you. Sometimes I go off on you. And yes, the ancestors are telling me to calm down. But Mr. Emperor, I want you in the spirit with me. I don't want you living in the flesh. Because when one of us is living in the flesh and one of us is not, that means we have a break in the spirit. And when we have a break in the spirit, Mr. Emperor, that will bring unnecessary problems into our spiritual marriage. Your anger is not of the Heavenly Father, that is of the world. let it go. Your jealousy is not of the Heavenly Father, that is of the world. Please let it go. Your possessiveness is not of the Heavenly Father. It is of the world. It is of the flesh. I need you in the spirit with me. I'm not going anywhere. I'm not with anybody else. I know who you are to me. And I made this statement before and opposed. If we do not come together this lifetime, I will be leaving this earth celibate. That is the loyalty. That is the dedication. That is the promise that's in my heart for you. I don't care what's being done on the outside. I don't care what they're using on the outside. All I care about is you. All I care about is us being locked in on the same frequency. When we're on the same frequency, Mr. Emperor, nobody can penetrate us. You have no reason to think you lost me. You have no reason to be jealous. You have no reason to be possessiveness over me. You have no reason to think I am seeing anybody else. I'm not. My heart, mind, soul, and spirit is within you. If the Heavenly Father did not want us to be as one, you would not have met me. I would not have met you. It was not either one of us that brought us into alignment with Him. It was the Heavenly Father Himself that brought you and me in alignment. This spiritual, divine kingdom marriage is not about us. It is about our purpose. It is about our destiny to make a difference on this planet, because the Heavenly Father knows we can handle it together. So, I want you to know here tonight, I know you have been drinking a lot of cups of coffee. I know you have not been eating right. I know you have not been sleeping, because I'm not sleeping. Tonight, I want you to get some rest, please. I want you to eat right. Cut back on the black coffee, please. And know that I love you. And Mr. Emperor, don't doubt it. Don't doubt us. And don't allow the world to have you come back to the flesh when we are both spiritually married in the spirit before the kingdom. I'm not going anywhere. I am doing the work of the Heavenly Father in preparation of us. I am doing the work of the Heavenly Father to balance this world. It's a mess, Mr. Emperor. I'm doing the work to help our brothers and sisters on this planet, Mr. Emperor. That's what I'm doing. That's where my time is. Helping my brothers and sisters worldwide. Like the Heavenly Father has helped you, and the Heavenly Father has helped me. Both of us could not come into the earthly marriage until we both completely healed from childhood wounds, because it is a kingdom marriage. There can be no earthly remnants brought into it. This is a spiritual marriage. It must be in 1000% before the Heavenly Father ordained in spirit. That is why I need you back in the spirit, where we will be communicating with each other like we did previously. Don't allow the outside world to trick you, Mr. Emperor. Keep our business in between you, me, and the Heavenly Father. I don't discuss you with anyone because it brings in distractions. I don't want distractions between our love, Mr. Emperor. Therefore, I don't discuss you with anyone but the Heavenly Father, my ancestors, or your ancestors outside of this planet. I am asking you here tonight to do the same. If you need to talk to me, you know where I'm at. But don't allow outside dark forces to mess with your mind. I am not leaving you. You will not be abandoned. I will stand next to you through thick and thin, every challenge, obstacle, trial, tribulation. I will stand next to you, just as you will stand next to me. When I said I'll stand next to you, the Heavenly Father brought in my ear a confirmation. I wish you could have heard it. It said, do 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 do. They like, finally, she's saying something to him. The reason I stopped writing you on the internet is because I don't want nobody in our business. But Mr. Emperor, can I say something? As your spiritual wife, right? When I see you doing earthly things, that means that you're out of alignment. That means that we're disconnected. That means that you're not living in the spirit. I did not say things to you to hurt your feelings. I said them to you to get you out of the flesh, Mr. Emperor. To get you back in the spirit with me. And sometimes, Mr. Emperor, in order to bring you back in alignment, I have to spiritually awaken you again. And Mr. Emperor, we are two very strong, powerful people on this planet. And just like I went and corrected you, just like I brought you back into the alignment, just like I removed the fractured pieces that came between us, in our marriage somewhere, you're going to do the same thing to me. When I start going back into the flesh, you're going to come get with me. You're going to come let me have it to get me realigned with you. Because that's who we are. And I don't want nothing coming in between us. But as your spiritual wife and you as my spiritual husband, we have to be honest with each other. So how you feeling, Mr. Emperor? Let it go. I'm here for you and all that you do. I want you. And the Heavenly Father said to me, we can't come together until both of you are completely healed of all childhood wounds. Mr. Emperor, I need you to heal that abandonment wound. Because I'm not going to leave you. I'm not going to hurt you. We both have been hurt. We both have been broken. That's over. We both are healing each other. Even though we are distant from each other, we are healing each other. So I want you to know here tonight, I love you and only you, unconditionally. There's no other man on this planet that could ever take your place. So I want you to take a deep breath, Mr. Emperor, because I'm feeling the frustration coming from you. I'm feeling the worry and anxiety coming from you, the stress. Give that back to the world, please. And come back into the spirit with me, please. And stop drinking all that black coffee, please. And get yourself some rest, please. And know that we're okay. I'm not going anywhere. I'm working for the Heavenly Father. Now, I have some exciting news to share with you publicly because I would not be here where I'm at today without you and your healing in me when I was down and out. So I publicly want to thank you for pulling me out of that dark black pit. I would like to thank my Heavenly Father for bringing the armor and strength of my life for 26,058 years, kingdom years to be exact. My ancestors, 26 lifetimes in order for me to access their gifts and talents handed down by the Heavenly Father. I have an announcement to make. When I started this journey almost 16 years ago, the ancestors said to me, build your own business and don't get help from nobody. I said, build my business. Build your own business. We'll be here. We will support you. We will teach you. We will help you. But we need you to build it by yourself. Don't sign up with nobody. Don't go into partnership with nobody for this business. We need you to do it because this is the new kingdom world. Brothers and sisters, are you listening to me? Confirmation. This is the new kingdom world. You will build your own empire without the help of anybody. No signed contracts, no partnerships. The first empire, you're going to build it for you in the new kingdom world. Can you do it? I did it. 16 years. Almost 16 years. I did it. So if I can do it, you can do it. If I can get my spiritual inheritance, you can get your spiritual inheritance. I was obedient to the Heavenly Father. In every situation in my life, I was obedient. Never cursed at him for nothing. I don't care how bad circumstances was in my life. I never, ever, ever, ever got mad at the Heavenly Father. So let's get to the announcement. 16 years. I finally opened up my business. 16 years. I finally did it. Mr. Emperor, I would like to celebrate that with you. That's it. We can get a hotel room and hang out. We can go to dinner. We can have a picnic. It doesn't matter to me. As long as it's with you. That's who I want to celebrate with. You. Now, I've been asking for I've been asking for this nap with you for how long now? Months? What I would like for my gift, Mr. Emperor, to celebrate is a nap with you. That's what I want. A nap. I want to lay down in the bed with you, holding me, and I want to go to sleep. I want to sleep. No interruptions, no devices on, no TV on. I just want to sleep in your arms. That's it. That's all I want. I want to sleep in your arms where it's safe, where I'm secured, where I can rest without anything on my mind. That's it. That's all I want. And I've been asking for months in my celebration. However you choose to do it. I just want a nap with you holding me, and I can sleep with no devices, no phones, no TVs, just us. Just us. So I can rest. I've been working hard, very hard, and I'm tired. And I want to rest in your arms. That's it. That's what I would like as a celebration gift for my business. All right. So you helped me get here. So let me introduce my business. I finally did it, and I'm very happy about it. I am going to put this on Facebook. I don't know if you guys can see it, but let's see. I opened up my spiritual practice. This business, this spiritual business, is for my ancestors, because I would not be where I'm at without Mr. Emperor, without the Heavenly Father, without my ancestors, without your ancestors. I wouldn't be here. So tonight, Mr. Emperor, I take my crown off to you as your empress in respect of you being my emperor. So my spiritual business is opening tomorrow. In a few minutes. My spiritual business is opening on April the 1st, 2026. This is my grand opening. And if you can see this, I don't know if you can or not. Let's see. My ancestors are in charge of this business. The name of my company is Grow God's Light. And these are all of my gifts that I have. My hours of operation will be 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. This is my contact email address. I will not be talking to anybody on the phone. I'm not taking that chance. I will, however, have you contact me through the email address, which is ancestralabundance888@gmail.com. Now, I higher case the first A, and then the second word, abundance, I did it in all higher case letters. You don't have to do that. You can just send it to me at ancestralabundance888@gmail.com. What's going to happen is I'm going to take your name to my ancestors, because like I said, this is their business. And I'm going to take you to the Heavenly Father. And if the Heavenly Father, my ancestors, say it is okay for me to accept your money for my gift, then I will contact you and we'll set it up. If my ancestor says to me no, I will not contact you and I will not take your money, because it's their business. And they see what I cannot see on this planet. Next we have, this is a list of all my gifts and the prices of those gifts. And like I said, I'm going to put this on Facebook. This is the first list. A psychic investigator would be $5,000 an hour. To solve a cold case deliverer will be $5,000 an hour. To communicate with someone in the kingdom, my mediumship will be $100 an hour. To be clairvoyant, if you need to verify something that somebody said, that will be $5,000 an hour. I am a spiritual coach in spirituality. That is $100 an hour. I am an educator of how to teach you about spiritual attacks. That is $100 an hour. I am a kingdom messenger. That would be $300 an hour. I am an ancestral communicator. That is $100 an hour if you choose to talk to your ancestors. I have insight on all weather. So I am a wisdom of weather. That is $100 an hour. If you want to see something in the future for you, that is a foreseer, and that is $5,000 an hour. I am a healer. If you want to be healed of anything in your body, that is $1,000 flat rate. You will be healed of anything in your body. I am a destiny director. You want to know what your destiny and purpose is, how you can get on the right path, that is $5,000 an hour. You know someone that is possessed. I am a demon slayer. That is $10,000 an hour to remove a demon from someone you know is possessed. I am an x-ray reader. If you have anything going on in your body that you want to know about, that is $500 flat rate. If you want me to come speak, I'm a motivational, inspirational speaker. That is $10,000 flat rate. I am a prophetic messenger. That is a $10,000 flat rate. I am an advancer of companies. If you want to know if you have thievery going on in your company, if you want to know if your employees are stealing from your company, if you want to know if anything underhanded is going on in your company, that is $100,000 an hour. Down to the details, date, time, who's involved. $100,000 an hour. I am a star influencer, meaning we will arrange you with the astrological chart to have you bring in your manifestations. That is $5,000 an hour. I am a royal ambassador. You want to get to this level in your life. That is a class. It is $5,000 an hour. I am a chosen influencer. Chosen ones coming up in the world. I can tell you who they are, what you need to do, how you need to protect them, and how to set you up so that they don't get spiritually attacked. That is $5,000 an hour. Here's my list again. I will put this on Facebook. Here's my list again. Here's my company, Girl God's Light. This is the Ancestral Abundance Business for them. In recognition of them teaching me all their gifts passed down from the Heavenly Father. Hours of operation 9 to 5. You can reach me ancestralabundance888 @gmail.com. These are all the talents and gifts for my ancestors. There is more gifts that I have. A transitional gift where I can remove illness from one person and place it in another. We are not going to sell that. That's specifically from the Heavenly Father. But I am excited. I am so excited that my business is opening. And I'm so excited. Even though it took me 16 years, I accomplished my goal. So I'm excited. This is one of the seeds I have been working on for a long time. Now that I have cracked it open in its soil and it's starting to expand out to the world, and this is worldwide. There's no limitations, no restrictions. This is worldwide. This is one of the seeds. I am working on opening up my other seeds that I built off of my spiritual business. I'm so glad the Heavenly Father said to me, keep going. A lot of people didn't believe in me. A lot of people said you're not going to get anywhere doing that. A lot of people turned their back on me. And my Heavenly Father said to me, keep going no matter what. You don't see no money, if you don't see no results, if you don't have nobody getting in contact with you, I just want you to keep going. And I did, and I made it. So, brothers and sisters worldwide, keep going. Don't stop. Because the spiritual inheritance took me right into this one seed. This is one seed. One. I did not just do it for me. I did it for Mr. Emperor, myself, our children, our grandchildren, and all our future generations to come. This is one of their empires that they already have. And Mr. Emperor has his empires. And we come together to expand them for our generations. This is our legacy. This is our foundation. Confirmation. This is what we do. So that they never, ever in their life have to work as hard as we did to get to this point in our lives. Mr. Emperor, he already built empires. Now, and he's going to continue to build empires, and we have empires to build together. Now, I'm building my empires with his empires. And we get to teach our children, our grandchildren, their grandchildren, and all future generations will know that we laid down a sacred foundation for all of them that's going to come into the new kingdom world. And that within itself is a blessing. as we both realize we would not be here without the Heavenly Father. So every day, every second, every minute, every hour, we celebrate the Heavenly Father for getting us here together in our lives. Now we take the unconditional agape love in my heart, and Mr. Emperor takes the unconditional agape love in his heart, and we come together and pour it out into the world to let you know this will always happen in your life when you're obedient to the Heavenly Father. Always. Come inside with your Heavenly Father, and He will expand you outside in the world. All right. I'm excited. I have 4 minutes and my business is opening on April the 1st, 2026. I am celebrating. I really want to take this time to thank you all for joining me here tonight. This is not the last time you'll see me. I'll be out and about talking to everybody. But I want to take this time to say thank you for joining me here tonight. You are the first to know that my business officially opens tomorrow. I'm so excited. My ancestors are excited. The Heavenly Father is excited. The whole kingdom's excited. And Mr. Emperor, I'm excited because my life is coming into alignment with your life. I love you unconditionally. I am here for us. Everything else on the outside is irrelevant to me. Let's build for our families together. All right, everybody. I am the New World Ambassador Leader, and I'm getting ready to turn it in to win. Have a very blessed and fulfilled night. Until next time, good night.